welcome to the help session. This is for tomorrow's quiz over Ponzi schemes and pyramid schemes. So does anyone have any questions? Yes?
Can you go over Ponzi schemes?
Alright. So let's say I've got a scheme, and these are my investors. And these are my years. These are the time periods that the scheme is going to be working through. So, the way you run a Ponzi scheme is that you've got to make your investors believe that the scheme is legitimate, and you're going to be able to acquire tons of money through this. So I'll show you what a very simple Ponzi scheme looks like. I'll give you a tangible example, and I'll also show you how to make your investors feel like it's legitimate. So let's say we have investor A. So he's going to give me, let's just say for simplicity's sake, $10,000 in year one for me to invest, because I say that I have a surefire way to double his money in 1 year. So let's call this perceived holdings. And down here, we'll call this total actual value. So investor A gives me $10,000, and basically what I do is I just sit on the money. I don't invest it, I don't do anything to it, I stuff it into my mattress. So in year two, I still only have $10,000. But because I say I can double his money in 1 year, I still send him a statement for $20,000. So now let's get a column for total perceived value. And I've got 10,000 right here. And now total perceived goes up to $20,000. Now, because investor A got a statement that says that his money doubled in 1 year, he says, wow, this guy is really good. So he goes out to his country club and talks to his friends and says, hey, I have this really good investor who doubled my money in 1 year. So he gets investor B to join into the scheme in year two. So B says, okay, so I'll give you $15,000 to invest for me. So now the total actual value is going to go up to $25,000. And the total perceived value, if you do the same thing, you're going to get $35,000. So 1 year passes, and now we are in year three, and I have still done absolutely nothing with the money. However, I still send investors A and B their statements. A thinks he has 40, and B thinks he has $30,000. So the total actual value is still only $25,000. However, the total perceived value now goes up to $70,000. You see this large gap forming? So, investor B then goes to his country club and talks about how I'm such a great investor and and you guys should give your money, and then that I doubled you guys' money. So investor C joins, and in year 3, he gives me $20,000, let's just say. So my total actual value goes up to $45,000, and my total perceived value goes up to $90,000. So, now, investor A has been along for 2 years, and he's made some good money, but he's ready to get out. So what I can do now, because I have $45 total dollars, and he needs 40, he withdraws to 0. So this becomes 0, and I have to take $40,000 out of this. So now I actually have $5,000, but the total perceived value now is $50,000. And this is how you keep investors in. You have to always make them think it's legitimate, because you have to have more money coming in than going out, so that when investors leave, you can pay them. Because I paid this guy out. He says, wow, see, I gave him $10,000 in year 1, and in 2 years, he got me $40,000, and he gave me the money. This guy thinks that I am legit. So he gets investor D to join, and in year 3, investor D gives me $100,000, because he sees, look, it has to be legitimate. And these guys have already gotten statements. Well, this guy has gotten a statement that says money doubled. And this guy has made a withdrawal of all of his money. So 1 year passes, and investor B now has $60,000. Oh, I should probably. So total actual in year 3 is up to 105, and total perceived is up to 150. Now in year 4 we have $60,000, $40,000, and $200,000. So our total actual value is still going to be 105, and our total perceived value is now up to $300,000. And this keeps going on and on and on, and most Ponzi schemes usually have hundreds of investors, and some can be really big. So basically, as I've said, you have to have more money coming in than money going out. So you need to have good, reliable investors who keep their money in. Because if all these guys decide that they want to take their money out, the scheme is completely ruined, because you can't pay them back. So that's basically how a Ponzi scheme works. So I will be right back in just a minute, so you guys can finish copying this down, and I will be back in a moment. Hey, don't worry about the money. I've got $465 million right now. All right? Bye. Hey, how's it going?
Not very well, I'm afraid. Most of the investors pulled out of our Ponzi scheme.
What's the net worth of their withdrawals?
Almost $580 million.
115 million outstanding?
Unfortunately, yes.
Well, we may have run a good scheme for 10 years, but now it's time to get out. Terminate the scheme. I'll take care of those investors as soon as I have the gloves finished. Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Sir, are your gloves finished yet?
Ah, yes they are.
How do they work?
There's just one little snag. You see, I don't need you anymore. I already have the $465 million from the scheme, and I now have the gloves. So you have no further part in this operation. Goodbye.
No! No!
Hello?
No! No!
Yes? My dad? Dead? Alright, I'll be there. Who are you?
Hey, who are you? What are you doing here? What happened there? We don't know yet. Your father was murdered here yesterday at 5:43 p.m. But so far we've recovered nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah, the killer was obviously very careful and precise, so we have no idea what happened.
How do you know?
Well, our analysis indicates that he was strangled, but unlike characteristic of someone that's been strangled, he doesn't have finger marks on his neck. So, the killer must have manipulated the air in some way, but that's impossible.
Okay, keep looking for evidence. I'm gonna go look something up.
Hey Ryan, this is Agent Keaton from Nashville calling you. Yeah, have you guys had any recent murders in your area? 2? Has the victim been strangled with no evidence? No way. Both of them killed like that? What are their names? Okay, John Halverson and Christopher Stallone. Thanks, bye. No way. The 3 of them are connected to Greenery Investments in Nashville, Tennessee? That firm doesn't even exist. It's a Ponzi scheme run by Dr. N, who is an AP economics teacher at Northwest High School down the road.
Hey, who are you? What are you doing here?
Sit down, N. I know what you've done.
Oh, really? Enlighten me then.
You ran a multi-million-dollar Ponzi scheme out of a fake firm and murdered 3 of your biggest investors. You're under arrest.
Well, I see you know what you're doing, and I commend you for that. But like my investors, you underestimate me. So goodbye, CIA agent. I've amassed a sum of money from my investors that has given me enough power and money to make a new set of gloves, far stronger than the first.
Well, then where are the old gloves?
Somewhere safe.
Not safe enough, I guess.
That's enough talk. Die!
Look out! Hey, where'd he go?
You know, for a CIA agent with 2 armed guards, you're not very impressive.
Take this!
Do you understand what these are? These are quantum electrical gloves to amplify the user's brainwaves.
Why would you spend so much money on a pair of gloves?
Do you understand? This is the unstoppable military technology. With these, nothing can stop me. I'll be safe with my millions of dollars.
You evil monster! Take this! Who are you?
No one.
Oh!
Josh.
Every day I'm shuffling.